We are taking R.D. Sharma solution, class 11, chapter 23. The straight lines exercise is 23.10. Now the next question is question number 4. Here find the equations of the medians of a triangle. Medians of a triangle. The equations of whose sides are these three equations. So let me tell you what the situation here is. We have a triangle, three sides, and this triangle from one vertex to the opposite side, we drop a line, and this line is dividing that opposite side. We are drawing a line from the vertex to the opposite side, and that line should divide the opposite side, and these are called the median. So we have the equation of these three lines, and we have to find out the line equation of the median. So we'll take two lines and find out the intersection so that we get the three corners or three vertices of triangle. So when we have these three vertices, then we will apply the midpoint formula. Since x1 plus x2 by 2, y1 plus y2 by 2. Now since we already have a point vertex, and then we have the center point also of the opposite side by the midpoint formula. So now we can make a line. So let me show you how this is done. Let me explain you. Now I am pretty sure that the intersection points you are able to find out because we have done in the previous exercises. So either you can use the direct method or cross multiplication method. It's up to you. You have to find the intersection taking pairwise. So these are the three equations. So we have this A, B, C. Just let's say it's A, B, C. So what we have to do is we take two sides. Say two sides intersection, one point will come as minus 2, 0. The other point will come as minus 6, 11 and minus 24 by 11. The third point will come as minus 42 and minus 16. That means the triangle has now the vertices, and I hope you'll be able to solve the intersection of two equations, and that is going to be minus 2, 0. Just check it. And minus 6 by 11 and minus 24 by 11. This is the second point. And then coming to the third point, which you will get as minus 42 and minus 16. Now we want this point. And what is this point? This is the middle point of this line. So we will use the midpoint formula. This x1, let me write the formula first. x1 plus x2 by 2 and y1 plus y2 by 2. That means minus 6 by 11 plus minus 42 by 2, that is this one, minus 234 by 11, and then y1 plus y2 by 2 minus 24 by 11 plus minus 16 by 2, and that is going to be minus 100 by 11. Now this point is now minus 234 by 11 and minus 100 by 11. This is our point, that is the midpoint of this line. Now we have 2 points, so we can form a line. That is y minus y1. You can take y1 as minus 2, 0. So x1, y1 you can take as minus 2, 0. This is x1, y1. And this you can take as x2, y2. So y minus y1, that is y minus 0. X minus x1, that is x minus of minus 2, that is x plus 2. And you have y2 minus y1, so minus 100 by 11 minus 0. And minus 234 by 11 minus plus 2. And as I said, you will get x minus of minus 2, x plus 2 you will get. So this is the equation, and when you rearrange it, you are going to get the equation like 25x minus 53y plus 50. So I would request you to find out the midpoint here, and then you will find this line. So we have a point, minus 42, minus 60 and the midpoint. So there will be an equation, right? And then the third one is like this. Now take the midpoint from with minus 2, 0 and minus 42 and minus 60. Take the midpoint, and we have a line passing through minus 6 by 11 and minus 24 by 11. That is the line you can form. Just let me expand it so that you have a view if you are solving together. So just have a look, and this is how the solution will be. Now the next question is question number 5. Prove that the lines, these three lines are given, they form an equilateral triangle. So we have a triangle with all the sides equal and all the angles equals. So all the angle equal, that is the equilateral triangle. So we have already seen that these three lines are there, and intersection point you can always find out using the cross multiplication method or by the direct method. So the point will come when you take pair wise and intersection, you'll get it as, so you'll get points. I'm going to tell you the points now. That is root 3, 4, 1 by root 3, 2 root 3, 3 by 2, and minus 2 by root 3 and 4. Now these points I hope you'll be able to achieve. Now root 3, 4, 1 by 2 root 3, 3 by 2, and minus 2 by root 3 and 4. These are the corner points now. And now we have to find out the distance between them. Distance formula is simply if x1, y1, x1, x2, y2, y1, y2 is given, y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square. This is the square root of this one. So this is the distance formula. So you take x1, y1 like this, and all the points are there. Just take any one x1, y1, any one x2, y2. You take the distance. If you see, all the distance will be same. 5 by root 3, 5 by root 3, 5 by root 3. That is the length of the side of the triangle are equal. That means it is an equilateral triangle. See, we found out the intersection point of the lines, and then we find out the distances. Now this is question number 6. Classify the following pairs of line are coincident, parallel, or intersecting. Coincident, parallel, or intersecting. Coincident means one line is this, the other line is also this one, same line. Parallel means one line is this one, the other line is this one, that is the slope are same. Intersecting line means when they are intersecting, that is they have some point in common. So a1 by a2, if you have equations of a1x plus b1y plus c1 sort and a2x plus b2y plus c2 sort, if this kind of equations are there, then take the coefficient of x, y, and the constant terms. So you have a1 by a2 equals b1 by, it's not equal to b1 by b2. Then the line is intersecting. You'll say they are intersecting. So the first part, if you see 2x plus y minus 1, a is 2, a1 is 2, b1 is 1, and c1 is minus 1. Here a2 is 3, a b2 is 2, and c2 is 5. Now if you take a1 by a2 and b1 by b2, so 2 by 3 and 1 by 2, they are not equal, so they are intersecting. Coming to the second one, if you see a1 by a2 equals b1 by b2, but it is not equal to c1 by c2, but it is not equal to c1 by c2, then we say these lines are parallel. So we take these numbers now. So we have a1 1, a2 3, b1 minus 1, and b2 minus 3. c1 is 0 and c2 is 5. So a1 by a2, b1 by b2, c1 by c2, you see that a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, but it is not equal to c1 by c2. Because 1 by 3 is equal to minus 1 by minus 3. And it is not equal to 0 by 5, that is 0 actually. So these two are equal, that is not equal. So we say that these lines are parallel. Now when we say a1 by a2 and b1 by b2 and c1 by c2 are equal, that means you are talking about a same line. So if you take this one, 3 by 6, 2 by 4, and minus 4 by minus 8. They all are half, 1 by 2. So when they are all equal, that means you are talking about the same line. There is no other line. Coincident line they are. Okay? Coincident line these are. Question number 7. No, it's question number, yeah. Find the equation of the line joining the point 3, 5 to the point of intersection of line 4x plus y minus 1 equals 0 and 7x minus 3y minus 35 equals 0. So we have already done a question like this. So these two are the lines. So these are the lines. Okay. So what are you going to do? You'll find out the intersection point. You'll find out the intersection point, and this intersection point, after finding this, you see there is a line which is passing through 3, 5. So there is a line which is passing through the intersection, also passing through 3, 5. So you can solve the intersection. You can use the linear equation method, or you can use the cross multiplication method, whichever is suitable to you. Okay. So cross multiplication method, I already told you how to find out. We always have a formula, that is x by b1 c2 minus b2 c1 and y below that c1 a2 minus c2 a1, and in below 1 it will be a1 b2 minus a2 b1. a1 is 3, a2 is 7, b1 is 1, b2 is minus 3, c1 is minus 1 and c2 is minus 35. So all these value you are going to take. I hope you'll be able to find out the intersection point, which is going to be 2 and minus 7. 2 and minus 7. So now we know how to find out the line. Y minus y1 equals y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into x minus x1. So y minus y1, that is x1 y1 x2 y2, you put in this formula, you'll get 12x minus y minus 31 equals 0. This is question number 8. This is a NCERT question. NCERT question. See, if you do R.D. Sharma, I don't think you have any point in doing NCERT, because NCERT question all are taken care of. All the questions are here. So it's better to start with any book like this. So we have here one more thing is being added, that is that has equal intercept on the axis. So find the equation of the line passing through the point of intersection of line, these two lines. So there is a line passing through this, and this line is passing so that it has equal intercept on the axis. Let me show you in other way. So there is a line which have equal intercept, and there are two lines which are there. So there are two lines. They are intersecting their point. Through that point, this line is coming, and that line is also making equal intercept on x and y axis. So if it is A, that is also A. X and y intercept, they both are A. So intersection point, I hope you'll be able to make it. Minus 8 and minus 5. Same thing. We have done already a lot. So we have minus 8 and minus 5. Now minus 8 minus 5 is there. This is the point through a line which comes. So x by A plus y by B equals 1 is the equation of the line having intercept A and B on the axis. So A and B are equal, so you can put x by A and y by B equals 1. So now you can put B as A. B and A are equal. So minus 8 by A, and I am putting now x and y also. That is minus 8 and minus 5 because it is passing. So minus 8 by A minus 5 by A equals 1. A will be minus 13. Now put it here in the actual equation. So A and B are equal. So what do you get? You get x by minus 13 and plus y by minus 13 equals 1. So what we did, we took the equation, made A and B equal, and then we put x and y as minus 8 and minus 5. Finally, you multiply both sides by minus 13. You get x plus y equal minus 13. Minus 13 on the left hand side, you get x plus y plus 13 equals 0. Now show that the area of the triangle formed by the line y equals m1x, y equals m2x, and y equals c is equal to. So these are three lines, and we have to find out that it is equal to c square by 4 under root 33 plus under root 11, where m1 and m2 are the roots of the equation x square plus root 3 plus 2 into x plus root 3 minus 1. So this is the equation whose roots are given. Earlier we used to think of alpha and beta. So this alpha and beta is actually m1 and m2 here. So just watch very carefully here that this equation is going to give you the relationship between m1 and m2 and the content which we are going to put in the actual solution. See, alpha and beta, as I said, we were alpha and beta. So alpha m1 plus m2 is actually alpha plus beta, sum of the roots, which is minus b by a. That is minus root 3 plus 2 by a is 1. So 1. m1 into n2 is c by a. That is root 3 minus 1 by 1. So root 3 minus 1 it will be. Root 3 minus 1. So you have root m1 plus m2 and m1 m2. We don't have m2 minus m1 now. m2 minus m1 formula is simply m2 minus m1 whole square equals m1 plus m2 whole square minus 4 m1 m2. So what does it signify? If you open this m1 plus m2 whole square, it will be m1 square plus m2 square plus 2 m1 m2. Now we have plus 2 m1 m2 and minus 4 m1 m2. That is going to give you minus 2 m1 m2. And m1 square plus m2 square minus 2 m1 m2 is nothing but m2 minus m1 or m1 minus m2 whole square. So now you can find out this. m1 minus m2 or m2 minus m1 can be found out using this formula. So m1 plus here, m1 plus m2 is known to us. We just found out minus root 3 plus 2, and m1 m2 is root 3 minus 1. When you solve this, you are going to get under root 11. I hope you will be able to do this. Under root 11 m1 minus m2 or m2 minus m1. Now this question we have already done. So question number 3, the first part, this was somewhat like this only. Okay, somewhat like this, and we already did that. So I'll show you directly. So we have to take the pairwise equation and find out the intersection point. So these are the points which will come as the vertices of the triangle, corners of the triangle. So now you put it here, half x1, x2, x3, y1, y2, y3, 1, 1, 1. This is a triangle. So we take the area of the triangle like this. So when we solve it, this is going to come c square by 2 m2 minus m1 by m1 m2, if you remember. So now m1 minus m2 or m2 minus m1 is already known to us under root 11. Put it here in place. And m1 m2 is root 3 minus 1. Now put it here. So now rationalize it. Because root 3 minus 1 is in the denominator, we have to initialize it. So under root 11 by under root 3 minus 1. Under root 3 minus 1, we have to multiply numerator, denominator by root 3 plus 1, root 3 plus 1. So what do you get? In the denominator, root 3 whole square minus 1 square, that is 3 minus 1, that is 2. So and you multiply root 11 with root 3 plus 1, root 33. 3 into 11 is 33, and root 11 will come, c square by 2 is multiplied. This is the final one. So this is the area of the triangle which is being sought in the question also. Now this is question number 10. If the straight line x by a plus y by b equals 1 passes through the point of intersection of the line x plus y equals 3 and 2x minus 3y equals 1 and is parallel to x minus y minus 6 equals 0, find a and b. So the straight line is already, given of the form x by a plus y by b equals 1. And this is parallel to a line which is given by x minus y minus 6. So now it is parallel, so we can get a m. We can get the slope from here, because these two lines are parallel. So the slope of these two lines will be equal because they are parallel. So x minus y minus 6 equals 0. Now you can find y from here. Y equals x minus 6. So y equals mx plus c. If you equate, m will be 1. M will be 1. And how about this line? If I take this equation and try to find out m from here, so let me do it here. X by a plus y by b equals 1, and I want to write it in m form. So y by b equals 1 minus x by a, y equals b minus b x b by a, y equals minus x b by a plus b. So what is, when you equate it with y equals mx plus c, so m will be minus b by a. Minus b by a will be the slope, and this will be the slope of this also, because both lines have same slope. So minus b by a will be 1. B will be equal to minus a. So when we have b equals minus a, this is one kind of equation. Now these two lines which are being given, a line is passing through this equation also, intersection of these two. So we'll find out the intersection. I hope you'll be able to find. This is the intersection 2, 1. Now 2, 1 is satisfying this equation because this line is passing through that intersection 2, 1. So put in this equation 2 and 1. So in this you can put b equals minus a or a equals minus b. You can put a as minus b or b as minus a. So when you solve this, you'll get a as 1. I'll just put this a as minus b in the equation number 3. So a will be 1, and when a is 1, b will be minus 1. A 1, b minus 1. So let me just expand it so that if you're solving it, you will be able to know the actual numbers which we see here. So this is how you just have to equate the slope first and then pass the equation through the intersection, which is coming to be 2, 1. Okay. Then you will get the value of a and b. This is question number 11. Find the orthocenter of the triangle, the equation of whose sides are these. Orthocenter means the intersection point or the common point of the altitude of a triangle. So there is a line which we draw a perpendicular. I don't know where it is cutting it inequally or not. But one thing is clear, that this opposite, the vertex is sending a line to the opposite side, and it is making an angle of 90 degree. So we can take all these three possibilities are there, and these are all 90 degrees. So this is called the orthocenter. So what all are given? And three sides are given. First, let me find out the intersection point. That is the main thing which we have to do every time. So these 3 points we need to find out. And see, one more thing, if you can find out 2 points, that's also enough. But it's always a good idea to find out all the 3 points intersection. So all these 3 sides, pairwise we took the intersection and we found the point of the intersection. Okay. So we have -3/4, -3/5, 8/5 like this. So we have, when these two, there are 2 points which we got. So what is happening here? We'll take the concept of slope. We took, if AB is a triangle, ABC. So AD and BC are perpendicular to each other. So the point B we found as -3/4. The B is -3/4 and A is -3/5 and 8/5. So we have a line which is passing through A and -3/5 and 8/5 and which is perpendicular to BC. So line is AD is perpendicular to BC. So now BC equation is given. We know the slope of BC also. So when we have a line which is passing through A and which is perpendicular to BC, we can always say the slope of AD into slope of BC equals -1, m1, m2 -1. Same thing in the other one also. So these two slopes are -1, these two slopes are -1 multiplied by -1. So BE, slope of BE into slope of BC equals -1. So this is what we have done here. Now slope of BC is slope of 2. Slope of BC is what? We have the equation like, we have 2x minus 3y, 2x plus 3y equals 6. So 2x plus 3y equals 6. What is the slope? How are we going to find the slope? The slope will be 3y equals, take here, minus 2x plus 6, sorry. And this will be minus 2 by 3x plus 6. It is plus. So the slope will be minus 2 by 3. Slope is minus 2 by 3. And when we are saying when we have the slope of BC, we can always find out the slope of AD, because AD, the best thing is take -1, divide the slope. So it will be 3 by 2. So now we have the slope of AD as 3 by 2. And we have the point A also, which is -3 by 5 and 8 by 5. Let me tell you the other one also. So we have the slope of AC as 4x minus y plus 4. So y will be equal to 4x plus 4, m equals 4. And we have to find out the slope of BE. Because we know the slope of AC, BE will be simply -1 by the slope of the AC. It will be -1 by 4. So we have the slope of AD as well. AD and BE at the same time we found out. Now we have the points, point A also, point B also. Let me tell you again. See, this is the line, the slope we know. And we found the slope and the slope of the perpendicular also we found. Using this, m1, m2 equal -1. So now the slope is known. The slope is known. For example, this is 3 by 2. Now we have the vertex. A line whose slope is known and the line is passing through a vertex which is A. And A is also known by intersecting, we found out earlier. So we have a line, slope 3 by 2, and there is a vertex A also, -3 by 5 and 8 by 5. I hope you had also done that intersection values. So the intersection point was, this was intersection of AB and AC. So these two lines intersected and we found this point as -3 by 5 and 8 by 5. So where we have these 2 points, a line is passing and also the slope. So the equation will be y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. So this equation is 3x minus 2y plus 5. Now coming to the second part. This is a line which is BE. Now the equation of line was 4x minus y plus 4, which is AC. We found the slope of BE by multiplying the slope of these two lines. Now we have two lines AB and BC. We found the intersection of these two. As I said, minus 3, 4 will come. So this is the intersection point. A line which is passing through minus 3, 4 and having slope as minus 1 by 4. The line will be x plus 4y minus 13 equals 0. Now we are not done yet. These two lines which we just found, we have to find out the intersection. That will be the orthocenter. 3x minus 2y plus 5, x plus 4y minus 13. We have to find the intersection. 3 by 7, 22 by 7. That is going to be the orthocenter. So third, you don't need it. You don't need it. If you want, you can do it, but it's not required. 2 will suffice. This is question number 12. Three sides AB, BC, CA of a triangle ABC are these. Find the equation of the altitude through the vertex A. So we have just done a very lengthy question 11. This 12 is very easy. How? These are the three sides. You have to find out the equation of the altitude through vertex A. This equation you have to find out. So what we will do? See, we have the slope of this line BC. Let me clearly write it. This is x minus 3y minus 2 equals 0. This is it is written also in the initial position of the question. So what is the slope? Let us write it as minus 3y equals 2 plus 2 minus x. So it will be 3y minus 1 by 3x. So minus 1 by 3 is the slope of BC. But we are interested in the slope of AD. Okay. So m, as I said, it will be x by 3, right? So your slope is 1 by 3 m. Now slope is 1 by 3. And now we have a slope of AD we need to find out. So just put minus 1, take minus 1 and just write m in the denominator. So you'll get minus 3 as the slope of AD. Now we know the slope of AD. So we need to find out the point of A also. So take 5x minus 3y plus 2. Take x plus y minus 6. Find out the intersection of these two points. Find out the intersection of this point. So that point, I hope you'll be able to find out that intersection point will be 2, 4. AB intersection AC, use cross multiplication, use any method, it will be 2, 4. So a line which is passing through 2, 4 having slope minus 3 is y minus y1 equals mx minus x1. x1, y1 are 2 and 4. That is y minus 4 equals minus 3x minus 2. And when we solve it, the equation will be 3x plus y equals 10. Now question number 13, find the coordinates of the orthocenter of the triangle whose vertices are these three. So same thing we have done already, and the good thing is the coordinates are given, not the equations. So we already have a points. So we have a line, there is another line, these are perpendicular to the opposite sides. So take two lines, make the intersection, that is the point coordinate. So the points are given as 0, 0, minus 1, 3 and 2, minus 1, 2, minus 1. So these are the 3 points. Now see, we know this point is intersection of these two altitudes basically. So we have to find out the equation of this line. What is the equation of this line? If you already have a point through which it is passing 1, minus 1, 3. So there is a line which is AC here, A, B. I am saying AC points are given. Slope can be found out, and on that this BE slope can be found out. Similarly, the slope of AD, if you multiply it with the slope of BC, slope of AD, if you multiply with slope of BC, you are going to get minus 1. So you can find out the slope of BC, y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So minus 1 minus 3 and 2 minus 1 minus 1, 2 plus 1. So minus 4 by 3. So what is the slope of AD then? Minus 1 divided by minus 4 by 3. And that is going to be 3 by 4. So this is the slope you got. Now you have the slope of AD and it is passing through 0, 0. See, line AD, we just found out the slope to be 3 by 4 and it is passing through 0, 0. So we know the equation of a line which is having a slope and passing through point 0, 0. So what you are going to get? X1, Y1 take at 0, 0. So y equals 3 by 4 x is the line. Now the second one. Now the slope of, now taking this BE and AC. Slope of BE and slope of AC, if you multiply them, it's going to be -1 because these two are perpendicular to each other. Slope of B into slope of AC. So -1, the slope of BC this AC can be found out. Y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1 into slope of BE equal -1. So what do you get? The slope as -1 by -half, that is going to be 2. So the slope is 2 of BE. Now the slope is BE is 2 and it is passing through -1 and 3. It is passing through -1 and 3. So now you can find out the line. Y minus y1, which is 3, equals x minus x1, that is x minus -1, x plus 1. And what is the slope? 2. So equation will be 2x minus y plus 5. So we have this first equation, second equation, you need to find out the intersection point, solve them, you'll get -4 and -3. Let me expand it so that you understand what we have done. So this is the final altitude have to be intersected. Find the coordinates of the incenter and centroid of a triangle whose sides have the equation these three. So there are formula directly. So centroid and incenter have the formula directly. Centroid is, we need to find out the vertices, corner points of a triangle. And then we have to find out the distance also, or you can say the length of the side. So we have these three equations. When we have to solve this, we have to take pairwise and solve them so that you get x and y. For each vertices, I hope you'll be able to do it. I'll tell you the points now. Points are 0, 0, 20, 15 and -36, 15. Now the second thing you have to do is find out the distance. And distance formula is simply y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square. You have the endpoints of a line, you can find out the distance or length. So x1, y1, x2, y2, you can take pairwise and now you can find out the distance or you can say length of the sides. So the endpoints are known, vertices are known, now the length are also known, 25, 56, like these points are known. So this, when you centroid is simply x1 plus x2 plus x3 by 3 and y1 plus y2 plus y3 by 3. So x1, x2, x3 are known and y1 plus y2 plus y3 is known. That is -16 by 3 and 10. Now for the incenter you have to find ABC also. That is the length of the sides you have to know. So length of the side is ABC. So 39, 35 and 56 you have to use. Okay. So you can use these and this value will come. Now the next question is 15. Prove that the lines, these 4 lines are given, forms a rhombus. So 4 lines are given. Let me make it just a rough diagram. So we see here. So we have, these are 4 lines. You can take the diagonals also if you want. Now these are quadrilateral. If you see these 4 lines, these are 4 lines and they have some commonality between this. And these 2 lines, if you see these 2 lines, let me write the lines first. Root 3x plus y equals 0. Root 3y plus x equals 0. This is root 3x plus y equals 1 and root 3y plus x equals 1. See this A1, A2, B1, B2, they are equal. So A1 by A2 equals B1 by B2. So they are equal. Here also A1 by A2, B1 by B2 are equal. And as I said earlier, if A1 by A2 and B1 by B2 are equal and C1 by C2 is not equal, that is they are parallel. So parallelism is established now. Now we have to solve pairwise this equation. You take 2 equations at a time and you try to solve them. When you solve them, you will get the intersection point. So AB and BC, then you have, and AB, AD, then DC, CB, then AB, BC, all this you have to take. ultimately, we have seen up till now that you have to find out the intersection of point and the corner points basically we are interested in. If I do it, it will take a long time. So I'm just going to show you because you know already how to find out the intersection point. Okay. So what do you get? These all points are known now. So these are all points are known. So now we have to find out the length. So these, since length can be found out, you know the formula of length, y2 minus y1 whole square plus x2 minus x1 whole square. So length will come. And if you see, length are all same. In a rhombus, the opposite sides are parallel and the sides all are equal. This length, this length, this length, this length, 4 lengths are equal and they are parallel. Opposite sides are parallel also. That is the sign that this is a rhombus. This is what you have to prove for this figure to be rhombus. Let me expand it so that you see what is done so that the numbers don't miss and you'll be able to solve it if you are doing it right now. Okay. This is the final solution. So this is all about this exercise. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.